Hey there, YouTube Medwitch here. Today I want to first I want to apologize. My last YouTube Pagan Challenge video is titled Wrong, and the last few minutes are wrong. Uh, I thought that I've already covered the week 6 question in one of my Altar Talk videos. This obviously is not the case. I I have the screenshot the of all the questions of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and while I'm sitting here playing on my phone, my YouTube app notifies me that uh, one of the channels that I'm subscribed to, another a fellow pagan, uploaded his week 6 video. This happened about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. So, but when I said, "Oh, hey, look, a new video. Yeah, oh, hey, yeah, let's watch this video." And he's talking about something that, I'm like, "Wait, I thought, what? No, that's not, huh?" So I watched this video and I go back to all my screenshots. And I'm looking at my screenshots and I have to literally go like this in order to actually see. I mean, this phone is really close to my face. Um, when I looked at the questions for my week 5 video, I misread the 8 as a 6. Uh, I was I was really tired. I'm tired right now. Um, my responsibilities and YouTube and everything, and just trying to get everything, you know, right there, uh, has left me uh, mentally drained. So what I should have done was I should have made it bigger so that I could actually read it. And sure enough, when I did, week 6 is not what I was talking about at all. So I want to cover week 6 today. Week 6 question is, what are your cultural influences? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, paganism is, extremely cultural. I shouldn't even say most. There are groups out there who are trying to recreate the traditions of ancient pagan cultures. I'm talking about like to the T, recreate the pagan cultures. And the way that they're doing it is by whatever historical evidence and documents that they have at hand, that we as a society, as a species, has at hand. Uh, this is this is harder than it sounds by far. And for those of you who are recreationists, I applaud you. I could never do it. That's a lifelong journey, right, in and of itself. That is just phenomenal. Just the information that you have to get. And the reason why I say that is because most of the pagan traditions were actually passed down by word of mouth, through stories, through legends, through the mythologies. They were passed down from father to son, mother to daughter, and that's basically the entirety of it. Most of the stuff was not written down. And the stuff that was written down is few, far between, and most likely lost in translation. So it's really hard to be a recreationist. So in saying that, I myself am not a recreationist. And a lot of other pagan traditions, they do tend to focus on one particular culture. Uh, most groups, most groups that I've actually participated in, did actually go into like a set uh, pantheon, which is the cultural's, which is that culture's deities. Sorry, I'm really tired right now. Uh, for me, this is not the case. In one of my Altar Talk videos, I actually did talk about the five deities that I do follow. Two of those deities are part of the main cultural aspect that I do follow. Um, the main, I, it's kind of hard to explain uh, why I have these cultural influences, but I'm going to try. The main portion of my cultural influences is Celtic. Um, two of my uh, primary deities are Celtic, are part of the Celtic pantheon, and a lot of the symbolism I use is from the Celtic traditions. Um, one of the examples I put in another video was Awen, which is it's three dots in a dot, and then three lines coming off of it, surrounded by three circles. And this culturally is the history on it isn't exact, but from what I understand from my research, is that it was a modification of a three-line symbol. The dots were added in later on, and circles were added in later on after that. So it was an evolutionary symbol, and it I actually have a book here that actually has a symbol of Awen on the front of it. It's Christopher Hughes' The Book of Celtic Magic. Uh, if you can see that, that is Awen right there on the cauldron. Sorry. Uh, and so a lot of my um, practices do come from uh, the Celts. Now I also have another aspect, the more uh, the philosophy side of it is I would have to say would be Eastern philosophy. Um, in that uh, mental the mental strength and the balance between the physical and the spiritual, uh, the dual forces, light and dark, good and evil, I guess you can say, masculine and feminine, right, wrong, you know, they're all within balance of each other, or at least, I wish they were in some cases, but but the yin and yang symbolism is a another primary symbol that I do use. I don't use that more. I don't use that as openly as I do any of my other symbols. For the simple fact is that uh, I don't want to confuse or offend anybody else's culture. So I try to keep that in the back. Uh, like I said, by not openly wearing a yin and yang symbol, I do try to respect cultural aspects. Try to. It's some most times it doesn't work, and just sheer ignorance in and of itself is ignorance is a bitch. But if you think you're not ignorant, then something's wrong with you. Everyone's ignorant. Uh, the I guess I don't really want to say this is a third portion of the culture because even in the Celtic tra- uh, traditions as we know it for paganism, there is an aspect of reincarnation, I guess you can say, the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Um, Reincarnation is also part of the Hindu uh, philosophies. Uh, though I don't believe in reincarnation as the Hindus do, I guess you can say Hindu is a third portion of my cultural influences. I'm not going to put that as a definite, solid, set in stone. But to be less confusing for those of you who don't know anything about paganism in general, uh, uh, everybody knows about Hinduism. Everybody knows about the reincarnation process and everything, or at least I hope you do. I mean, if you don't, then your middle school sucks because that's when I learned about it was in middle school. So, uh, not as a religious thing, mind you. It was a historical um, mythos class kind of deal. But just to make it easier for people who don't understand what I'm talking about or don't know anything about paganism, if you're watching this video, I'm going to use the word Hindu just for the sake of simplicity. Um, Again, I want to apologize for uh, misreading the questions of the YouTube Pagan challenge. Uh, I'll definitely try harder in the future not to mix things up. I'll make sure that I blow up the screenshot so I could actually read it clearly instead of just looking at it and guessing like I did in my last video. So in saying that, my last video, my week 5 video, um, was a week late, and it was titled number 5 and 6 ish. Ignore that 6 ish and don't pay attention to the last, I think it was like 5 minutes of it uh, that's completely and totally false. This is the real week 6 video. Um, and before anybody worries about uh, time watched and everything, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not a partner of YouTube, so I'm not getting paid. It doesn't matter if you watch the whole thing or not. I would appreciate it, but just to let you know that if you watch this first or even after, I guess, I mean, I corrected myself. Just know that this is the week 6 video, and my week 5 and 6 ish is false in the 6 ish part. Um, but otherwise, I want to thank my trusty cell phone and notifications for letting me know, because without that notification, this video would have never been put up, and I would have looked like a fool. So, you know, actually, I enjoy looking like a fool sometimes, but in this case, this is, I want this to be more of a serious, well, not serious, but not as jokingly around um, as my other videos are. Um, just because I want to, I want to show respect to uh, the YouTube pagan community and to this challenge as well. So I hope you guys accept my apology and this video. And as always, blessed be.